Hey everyone, Rich Like here, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And boy, do I have a treat for you today, because today we're going to show you how to make the best lasagna that you can possibly make. So the first thing we want to start off with, right, is your lasagna pan, right? And this isn't it, right? You need to get yourself a big ass lasagna pan. Okay, we're not talking about making lasagna for, you and the missus. What we're talking about is actually cooking the way the Italians cook. And if you know Italians, they don't just cook for one, they cook for 10, 20, 100. And so shout out to Cy and Pat Hensler. They got me this big ass lasagna pan, and so I want to thank them for that. So as you know, lasagna, we're probably going to start with our sauce here. So what we've done is we've mixed up 4 28-ounce cans of tomato sauce, and we've added a bunch of onion and garlic and oregano and basil, and we make a real nice spaghetti sauce. Then what we have over here is we have actually 3 pounds of ground beef along with 2 pounds of pork sausage. Now, we're not making chili, right? So we don't need to get hot pork sausage or some, crazy flavored pork sausage. But what you can go with Italian pork sausage, which I actually went with a pound of Italian pork sausage and regular pork sausage. But we're going to go with, just kind of our simple pork sausage. So 2 pounds of that and 3 pounds of ground beef. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to transfer about half of this sauce into the meat. So we're actually at the end going to have a meat sauce, and then we're going to have our regular sauce. Okay? Then over here are our cheeses, right? So we have 5 pounds of our nice shredded mozzarella cheese, along with 16 ounces of our grated Parmesan. Now, you can go with fresh Parmesan and grate it yourself. Unfortunately, I took a little bit of the easy way out. And then we go with our ricotta cheese, which we're going to actually mix up with some eggs. And so we have a 32-ounce package of that as well. So I'm going to get some of that stuff mixed up, split this up, and we'll come back after that. So as you can see here, I've taken about half the sauce out of here and put it into my meat. So now I got a real nice meat sauce here, again with the Italian sausage, or with the pork sausage, sorry, and with the ground beef. And then I still have some sauce left here. What I did then is I took a little bit of water and some sauce, and I've lined the bottom of my pan. So you want to line the bottom of your pan, with some water and some of that sauce. Get just a nice thin layer on the bottom. That's going to help the noodles kind of soak up some of that moisture, prevent it from sticking, and what have you. So now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to come over here, and I'm actually going to take that ricotta cheese there, and I'm going to combine it with the 2 eggs into there. That's going to give us one of our cheese bases. So real simple with that. I'm going to use a wire whisk to whip that up. I'm going to take the time to do that, and then we'll come back and we'll actually start putting together our awesome lasagna. All right, so here we are. So here's the ricotta, all nice and whipped up with a couple eggs. Just a couple notes. Cottage cheese does not belong in lasagna. So if you've been cooking your cottage cheese with lasagna or for your lasagna, you don't cook with cottage cheese to make lasagna. It's not part of it. All right. B, if you want to cheat on the sauce, that's up to you, but obviously the homemade sauce is going to be better. But if you're in a crunch for time and you have a favorite sauce out there, go ahead and feel free to pick up the cans of that sauce as well. And the final tip before we start to layer this up is stop wasting your time cooking the lasagna noodles. They don't need to be cooked. That's one thing. I used to cook them, but found out, they don't need to be cooked. So save yourself some time and just put them down uncooked. They'll turn out nice. They get nice and firm, and they turn out real well. So the way this works is real simple. Is we're gonna layer down a layer of sauce, just like this. This is kind of a small, thin layer, right? We're going to spread this around. Trying to get a nice cover on all the noodles here. Again, it's actually pretty simple, right? Man, if you could smell this and taste the sauce, phenomenal. Right? Now we follow that up with our meat sauce. Same type of thing, right? We're gonna go sauce, then we're going meat sauce, And wow, this is great. The fact that I don't make this weekly is a problem, because we really should. This is great stuff. So we'll get that spread around. Try to go in thirds. What I found out is you're going to get about 3 layers for all this, right? So try to measure it out in thirds. So now we got that. Then we're going to go with our ricotta layer. So we go a nice thin layer of ricotta across the top here. Great thing is we'll mix this in. It actually starts to melt. It's absolutely wonderful. So we'll get that on there. Like I said, we can get that spreading around, get that mixed in. It starts to melt. Oh, wow, this is awesome. And I'm sure my cousins are watching this, the Mudluffs, and you know, feel free to add anything that you can, but this is what I was taught by my mom, who swears she got it from my grandma Like. So hopefully I'm not offending anybody on that end, but they told me this was the Like way of making lasagna, which actually would be the 40 way, because grandma was a 40 before she married grandpa. So there's that. That's our ricotta blend. Now we're going with our mozzarella, which again is just the great thing about lasagna, is nice and cheesy. And again, you can mix it up. You can add more cheese, or you don't have to go with the grated Parmesan. You can probably get some fresh Parmesan. Would make it real nice. So we're just going to spread this out. And yes, I did wash my hands, so they're all nice and clean. Although they're tough not to lick right now, because everything just smells so great. So we have that. Then we have our Parmesan. We just sprinkle this over the top like this. And when this all comes together and cooks, it's absolutely phenomenal, as you can probably imagine. All right, so now we're just going to go noodles on top of that and repeat. So we'll come back when it's all put together and talk about how to cook it. All right, so there you have it. We're going to be cooking this up tomorrow, actually on Saturday, at our Like family Christmas. We're going to cook it at 350 for probably 45 minutes to an hour. Then we're gonna cook it covered with some tin foil. Then we're gonna take the tin foil off for probably the last 20-25 minutes, so that the top can get nice and golden brown. All right, so let's review. A, big ass lasagna pan. B, you go with 5 pounds of meat. 3 of it is ground beef. 2 of it is pork sausage. You have 4 to 5 28-ounce cans or so of spaghetti sauce, and feel free to, again, use your own spaghetti sauce recipe. Again, I'm not going to tell you how to make spaghetti sauce. That's not this is about. And then we have 5 pounds of mozzarella, pound of Parmesan, and 2 pounds of ricotta cheese. All of that to get in our big ass lasagna pan for the most awesome lasagna. And tomorrow we'll take it out of the oven and show you how it's going to taste. Thanks.